There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're driven.
Make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back?
You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they're giving them, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south.
You're never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it.
battling on. It's the best of 5, so a lot
Johnny
of
तूने
look
watch
here for
party
both teams are
party
going
join
to
किया है
be
वो
Oh
stream
sorry
out
sorry.
in this
अच्छा
grand
मुझे
finals.
मैंने तो ये गलत
And
लिंक खोल दिया.
I have to say, I feel like both of
Watch
these teams
party.
are pretty well rounded
Okay,
statistically.
sorry.
Like
मैं
I was
अच्छा
looking
मैं
at
तो
it in
main
the
पे
last
बैठा हूँ.
30
Sorry.
days or so, and I don't think there's really anything that's particularly uncomfortable. Possibly Icebox for TSM, but otherwise.
Okay.
I think everything,
Stuff
or rather,
like that.
sorry, for FaZe, but otherwise,
thanks,
both teams are
please.
pretty proficient across the entire map pool.
Yeah, I think based on what we saw yesterday, how FaZe approached Breeze, I think that's a really strong map for them. I have yet, I know TSM has played Breeze, but I wasn't able to catch that matchup. I think I would favor FaZe on that map, but like you said, FaZe, this isn't the old FaZe that was dominant on Icebox. They had this A hit that was unstoppable. These guys don't really play the map, right? So if it goes 5, they would be in big trouble at that point.
Yeah, and it's I mean, one of the I mean, we talked already. We already did this talk about, you know, the Jet versus Jet action. One of the things that FaZe did against Luminosity yesterday was with their incredibly aggressive and oppressive play style. They're so good at shutting down the duelists of their opposition. So this would be, if Wardell is still able to shine in this match, that is going to be very telling for me, and it's going to be interesting to see how that happens as we go, you know, map to map in this series. I think, you know, I have to ask you, if there's one map you would be looking forward to seeing the most, which would it be?
Oh my god. I really want to see this opening map, this Ascent map, right? Because this is the map, we alluded to it yesterday, we didn't get to see it from FaZe, but they're 8-0 on Ascent. TSM has always been good on this map, always. They're 3-0 on Ascent this event, so this is going to be the matchup, and I didn't even think about what you just said, how FaZe approaches these games. The duelists on FaZe love to take the fight to the star duelist on the other team. I swear, they watch the VODs, and they don't really think of good counters. They're just like, oh,
Insta-locking Jet.
oh, it looks like your boy Dre likes going mid. I'm just going to push mid every round. Just fight him. You know, just take him out of his game. I can't wait to see someone do that to Wardell. I've never seen anyone do that to Wardell, actually. Because he's just so, he's such a lockdown player, right? Like a lockdown sniper. He's very, very difficult to kill because he's got that dash in his back pocket at all times. So is FaZe going to use that approach here against TSM? I don't know. Oh my goodness, what's happening?
Is this for real? Is this for real, Sean?
And by the way, जब तुम लोग matches देखोगे, देखोगे कि ये छक्कागिरी हम लोग करते हैं ना, सेज वॉल मिड ये बस ब्रॉन्ज में होता है.
ऐसे ही है.
Fiesta of a day here.
मैं कल इसीलिए तब गया था. मैं कुछ बात नहीं कर रहा था गेम के दौरान. तब चढ़ गई थी एकदम.
क्या कह रहे हो?
You're the analyst here. You have to make sense of
बहुत
this.
बच्चोगिरी है भाई. ये बोलते हैं ना, ये मतलब
वॉल मिड मैं तो नहीं कहा था ना कि सिर्फ ए पे वॉल.
Is there something that we should know that we don't know? What's going on with these picks?
यार
Okay, are they actually going to fix
बचाना ही
this?
रखना है. चलो देखेंगे. अच्छा
You
ये
say
तो
fix, but yeah, these guys are damn good. So
Sage. Wardell has played Sage on Ascent previously. It's the one map.
Duelist कोई भी नहीं खेल रहा है इधर.
Previously throughout this event.
नहीं, TSM की बात कर रहा.
Locked in Jet every opportunity possible.
I think
that was a slight change to FaZe. I think before he dabbled with some other agents, I think they recognize the power of his Jet and how good he is at creating space and disrupting enemy teams. So I haven't seen this version of FaZe in a long time, and I'm kind of excited to see how they play off of each other.
this is going to be so interesting. Like, no duelist here for TSM. I'm just so interested to see how this one's going to play out. And if you are just joining us, this is the Champions Tour North American Stage 3 Challenges to Grand Finals. It's a mouthful, but it is a best of 5 between TSM and FaZe. Both teams that I think have been struggling for some time, but are finally looking very good with new lineups, new styles, adjustments. We'll have to see who's going to come out on top here as we get into the first map. FaZe, they're playing against a team that's not got a duelist here, and I wonder if that's going to be shocking if they anticipated this. But regardless, as the pistol kicks off, we're going to see FaZe putting the effort towards that site, and Bang is just already going to annihilate the play through mid, and TSM have a massive lead on players right now.
Well, that's a banger way to start the game right there for Bang. That's insane. He just Astra peeks off cat, takes both players out in mid. This round's all but over for FaZe. Look at their HPs, Dan. No regrowth on Sky either.
Yeah. And I have to say, you know, given that Bang has this focus right off of the bat, I've been very impressed with how well-rounded Bang is. You can kind of put Bang on any agent.
यार बैंग ने क्या खेला है?
All of the agents you can put him on. It's not just like, oh, he can play a lot of different duelists. You know, I think you were mentioning this earlier. You know, Bang is capable of a variety of different roles in the game, which shows that Bang just has an amazing understanding. And here, you know, we're getting treated to seeing some of those mechanics. Just hitting those shots right at the beginning of the match. So
got the kill on.
It's pretty insane picking out Baby Bay and Corey to kick off the match. Like if there's anything that's gonna silence the duelists of Faze, it's something like that. Just aggro peeking off Cat and blasting them on pistol. It's a pretty big opener there for Bang. Little nerd cam from Hayes. Not be.
Ooh, there we go. That Sheriff doing some nice work from Hayes. Slowing things down, and numbers are definitely important here for FaZe, given that they'd have worse weaponry. They're on this eco. Oh, Raucous getting some love with that Sheriff. There's 2 headshots found, and it's a 3v3. A minute to play with here, Sean.
Yeah, FaZe has a lot of time right now, and TSM has been pulled all around the map. 1 mid, 1A, 1B. It's a big fight for
Oh!
He takes it. That's going to help a lot to stabilize this defense.
Zachary and Corey still have quite a lot of time to find a way to win this round, though. We can see Zachary's walked all the way through B main, unknown, but it's a very safe position from Hayes. Oh, Zachary! Great shot, finds the head immediately of Hayes. Suddenly, it's looking, again, very dangerous for TSM. They're quickly making their way through spawn, and they will get the catch on Zachary. The Ares, high pen working out nicely, but Corey still alive here with that Spectre. Stuck on the site. Out goes the shot guard. Can he make it happen with the Spectre? It's not going to happen. It's a Leviathan with the Ares.
Gravity roll is just so annoying. Top site, spinning him around. Stood no chance. Whoa. It is worth noting then, both of these teams have indeed qualified for challenger being matched side of the bracket they're going to be on. I believe the winner goes to the upper side of the bracket and the loser goes to the lower side of the bracket.
तो इधर ना देखो, मेरी वो उधर देखो ना स्ट्रीम पे जाके.
Both teams still in a double elimination bracket, just different sides they would end up on.
We'll have to see here which side is going to be better for these two teams as well. Like, again, I'm so curious by this opening. I mean, I have to hold that thought though, because I was going to mention the compositions, but we have this Ice Orb to slow down the default towards A main. Eventually, FaZe will be able to pick up that orb using the drone. In fact, pretty much everybody is here, ready to go. Both sides at this point. There's the wall up behind the smoke, and it's not looking good at all here for FaZe. They're trying to force their way in, but they are being just completely stopped at this choke point. They can't get in. And there is a minute to go, but they've already invested lots of utility. And they don't have too many players left at this point. They're just getting annihilated here, Sean.
Yeah, that was actually insane to watch. That was like watching a Jackson Pollock painting, right? Just like throwing.
अच्छा मेरी लाइव स्ट्रीम नहीं देखनी.
Except he was doing it with an Odin bullet. It was just wild. He was just spraying furiously Leviathan.
मैंने यार कोई डिले नहीं डाला हुआ. मैंने बहुत लो लेटेंसी डाली हुई है. मुझे भी 1 सेकंड का भी डिले नहीं, जैसे उधर दिख रहा है वैसे भी इधर दिख रहा है.
I kind of like the mind games of if the opponents defensively are throwing the Ice Orb, that means we can't push quickly, so they can put more presence. The defense can be more together towards mid. So maybe there's an opening, but you know, maybe that's making things a little bit too complicated. Regardless, we're back on the Sheriffs, and
यार वो तो फिर हर स्ट्रीम पे होता है.
Quite deadly. And they are just going to be running it in, run and gun, see what they can get done here. Ooh. Yeah, the counter wall. Are they going to be able to make their way across? The spike's actually by itself. Baby Shay with that spike, just charging up, no support at all. That's absolutely unbelievable. Will eventually get taken down by Leviathan, and now the spike is down in Defender spawn. Hayes is holding Defender spawn on the B side of things, and he's got that crossfire as well with Leviathan, who's up by A, so it's not going to be easy to recover this spike. I mean, there's that firewall to at least break up this one, but that is not... Oh, both of those are going to completely miss Leviathan. They did manage to get the spike, though. Down to Baby Bay now, and Baby Bay knows exactly what's going on. Hayes trying to punish, knowing that there's a lot of pressure on Baby Bay to get the spike planted, but as up play from Baby Bay to wait that one out. A 1v2, very doable here. As TSM close in, and wasn't expecting bang right around the corner. And TSM pick up the round.
Excellent use of the cage right there by Hayes, because normally attackers coming through the mid connector like that would be super attentive towards defenders spawn. And he leaves a tiny gap in his cage, which allows him a cheeky frag. And like you said, Baby Bay in that 1-on-2 is there's just too much to do. Breaking the dart, jumping up to lane to create some space, and just gets caught. And TSM is running away with this half right now.
Yeah, they really are. It's so far looked really great. I mean, FaZe has been definitely applying a lot of pressure just to damage, but it looks like FaZe are going once again. I mean, they did this on A earlier, but they're going to just charge into B. And it might work out here, Sean, because we've only got one player anchored on that B site here for TSM.
Yeah, it's Hayes, and he has double tripped it. What? This is super innovative. Look, it allows him to get free control of A main.
And they got a fast push there as well. Sabrosa's just running into attacker spawn, but it might not matter here because we already have an entrance onto that B site from FaZe, looking to get that spike planted. You can see though that Corey has a spike. He's still stuck in B main, and now he's separated from his teammates on the site. This is falling to pieces, and there's that flying from Sabrosa off of that early A main control, and it's just a cleanup right now. I don't know what that was, but I don't think it's going to matter here. Baby Bay is just looking very...
What the fuck?
Dead body of
what was this guy even doing? And now Sabrosa's wondering the same thing. Everyone's wondering what is going on. What is happening here? That was a super cool use of the Cosmic Divide from Bang. Using it immediately to get a main control, cutting it across mid. So that way, if an attacker runs out of tiles, you know, they can't have any vision to catwalk or any vision to close mid. They would have to run through the Astral Wall. I don't think I've seen an Astral Wall used so aggressively on the defensive side. Kind of liked it.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully we'll see that again or something similar. The Sheriffs again for FaZe. We know that they've been enjoying those though. Very good. Zachary again. These FaZe guys are definitely very dangerous with these Sheriffs. 1-for-1. Fight in mid perhaps to regain control there. Bang is in a deep position with the operator. This looks really good for Bang. Easy frag, nice angle to reach to top mid, but just suddenly in 1 second 3 headshots coming in for FaZe from those Sheriffs. So I mean, I don't know what.
यार ये round FaZe निकाल गई है.
Tell me how.
Yeah, it's actually wild because I thought in a round like this where TSM was running a double op that they would have relative ease in controlling the round, right? Especially what we've seen lately. But no success from Wardell all game long. He's wiping up high though. He finds himself 0-4 on this new Sage role. And Bang pushing to the class which just goes 1-for-1. So both ops immediately taken out of play. TSM doesn't have much economy to fall back on, but the nice 5-0 buffer will give them a buy here. Bang might have to scrape the bottom of the barrel
though. The Ice Orb began to slow down any aggression on A main, which buys a lot of time for the defenders to rotate, which is what's happening.
100 Thieves है?
It's collecting that ultimate orb. Oh! This time it works out better. This rotation's coming in quick. Slow and steady, the assault from FaZe onto this A site, but TSM have everybody in position. There comes the fight for Sabrosa, looking for that transfer. Doesn't get it, but the damage is still pretty good. Leaves it doable for Bang and Leviathan here from TSM in this 2 versus 3. AJ might be looking to take the fight to them to run it back. Find too much. Now it's down to Bang, 1 versus 3. Is it possible? Don't know if they know precisely what Bang is, but now they certainly do. And there's Zachary to finish it off. FaZe pick up their second round. And again, they're keeping it simple here, Sean. Just brutish, full-on assault onto the A site. It's like they're playing Icebox.
यार क्या कमाल का round निकाला है.
So nice that round, right? We had Baby J walling over the smoke A main to see into heaven, getting the pick on Wardell.
यार देखा है सेज कैसे अपनी वॉल यूज कर रही है.
Casting a blind that goes through Gen to heaven. And then I saw Baby Bay on the overview throw a molly into the door smoke, and that prevents anyone from running into the site. So you basically just get the site at that point. Then he does a post plant, run it back. There's a lot of actually very solid things Faze just did on that A tape. Baby Bay.
काम कर रहा है ये चीज.
Oh dear. Well, they've announced their presence. Ooh, Corey's gonna get some tags here with Hunter's Fury. Can he finish?
Oh, hard.
Yes. With the last Hunter's Fury, it's gonna happen. The last pulse. I know what, I actually don't know what you call those individual kind of bursts of light in Hunter's Fury. But
बिल्कुल accurate चाहिए मेरे.
either way, it's looking quite difficult here for TSM on defense phase again, just with the slow assault style. Reinforcing into the A sites, and there's not too much here for Bang and Leviathan to do. Looks like they're going to be trying to see if they can catch any kills and make something happen if any mistakes are made by Faze. Bang looking to just have some fun here. Run is over. Let's look another round here for Faze. Off of these just simple
these
long pushes.
These A hits are just destroying TSM all of a sudden. I don't think they imagined a squad just coming into these A hits time and time again through a Sage wall.
विंडोज नहीं है भाई.
वार्डल का 8 राउंड में 1 किल भी नहीं है.
And TSM can do nothing to stop it. It does help. This all pick on Wardell definitely helped a lot.
And you know, you're really feeling it with just not having the dash right there as a Jet player, Jet main. The dash or the updraft, already any of the 5 different ways you can get away from the Hunter's Fury that Sage can't.
I do like the juke moves, like the jump juke. Ooh, nerd cam on Cat by Haze. Please show me more. The drone coming through A. This is clearly a fake because this is definitely going to be a B hit.
Yeah, playing these 50-50 pushes early on, and there goes that Odin once again from Baby Bay announcing their presence, and I'll have to see if they can find the same kind of success they've had towards A.
Let's go, Odin.
ये रिस वाला कुछ करेगा.
Faze getting the opening kills there into the side. Nice pick up there from Wardell, but it's not going to matter. Faze.
हो गया?
Another round here, and yeah, they're just playing this gamble style right now, showing either it's A or it's going to be B, and just trying to get into the heads of TSM. This has to be really frustrating to play against.
नहीं वैसे बात नहीं कि बेबी जे के भी 2 किल हैं.
You can see TSM is kind of switching up their setup, trying to predict what's going on. The Cypher's moving around, putting nerd cams all over the place, and you see FaZe just regrouping. They do a slight fake by like sending a drone into the opposite site, and then 4 of them dogpile into the opposite one when the rotate happens. They're actually just 200 IQing them simple strats.
4-5 कर दिया उन्होंने अगला.
We might see.
Whoa!
Wardell, that's a beautiful shot onto Baby Bay. I was going to say we might see a retake approach coming.
Oh!
But you know what? That's a great setup. Oh, the gravity well plus the sky flash. That is beautiful there from TSM.
Oh
my! Cosmic Divide after all, because these frags are beautiful. Okay, just Zachary left. Yeah, I was going to say, Sean, one of the answers to what FaZe is doing is they have that Cosmic Divide, they can just play for the retake with it. Let that A side go. But hey, there's the Flawless.
That's a good point, yeah, because they also have the Sky and Sova combination, right? They have so much info. Even if they give up the site, they could run the Trailblazer in, they could run a drone in, recon. There's so many ways to find out where the players are playing in the site with those two. So a retake setup might actually kind of be something that we see to close out this half.
FaZe tactical time.
Definitely, and we're actually going to get a FaZe tactical timeout, as you guys can see. Perhaps thinking to themselves, okay, what do we do here? I mean, they must know that is a very strong possibility that TSM will play more for retakes now, given that they have these ultimates that can assist them for just a very strong retake setup where, again, you can deny a lot of position, get a lot of information with the Cosmic Divide and the Seekers and so on and so forth. So, do you expect them to bring anything new to the table here, Sean? FaZe, that is.
I'm not sure what FaZe is going to plan for this round, but I hope we get to see another aggressive Astral coming out of Bang. I would love to see the Cosmic Divide thrown out in the first second of the round. I know we talked about the retake setup in the cards here.
Basically उन्हें पता होना चाहिए.
लेकिन वो जो चीज थी ना वो सबरोजो जब हक गया था उसके ऊपर बेबी बे के ऊपर उसके क्लिप बहुत बनने हैं.
सही बात है.
अरे वो क्लिप कर सकता है जॉनी तू मेरे लिए?
That allows him to stack the B site with trips,
मैं ऑन कर लेता हूँ.
cam.
अभी ऑन किया मैंने. ठीक है.
It's a ping on Wardell.
होता है.
Seekers aggressively coming through. We get the wall up as well, but it's Leviathan to kick the action off with the first frag onto Baby J. Zachary, that's insane up on the box there, doing so much damage. Bang is going to get the trade through though, and Hayes swinging on through the market as well, also making life better here for TSM, and they are really starting to win this tug of war. Corey, last player left here, and what the hell is that from Bang?
It didn't work the first time, so he added some jumps into it. Now it works even better.
Let's go, Bang. Wow. Okay, 7-4 then for TSM. That is not how I expected this round to go. Are you actually serious that that's the thing?
मेरे ख्याल में बैंक की और इसकी थी ना बेबी बे की.
I'm glad like I haven't been playing matchmaking.
I love this
the last few months, Sean, because
yeah,
we're into that all the time.
Yeah, there was actually an update to that I think on 3.0, patch 3.0, but it's definitely possible.
Nice.
The opening coming through. That's going to force out the rest from Baby J. Wardell ready for it as well. And TSM are just putting up the wall here on this A side. They are not allowing anything to happen to this A side.
He TP'd into the door smoke, damn, he's behind them.
Oh, he's actually got out there. He's got 6 HP. He can actually convert this into something. Zachary, oh, the follow-up for Wardell, almost there, but not quite. Maybe there is a chance here. Trying to dodge that drone, it's not going to work out, and Leviathan with a finish with the Odin. Of course, leaving it all to Corey. They seem to probably have a decent idea as to where he is.
उसके पास time है Corey के पास.
Sitting on that one. Corey has to make the move here. He has to plant the spike. The time is against him. TSM can
मुझे clip करके ना mail कर दें.
Corey played Sova. Imagine his aim if he knew where you were. Dear God, that sounds terrifying.
Oh man, it's just
any options
rely on the
this
cam.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Well, they're not giving anything to you, Corey. It's oh, it's gonna waste a bit more time.
Oh, this is rough.
Can Corey do it? 3 quick headshots. That's what he needs to do. And I don't know. Leviathan at least going to save him on that one. 8-4 at the end of the first half. TSM. They started out really strong. It looked like they were starting to lose a grip of things for a moment there, Sean. And Faze, you know, they managed to cobble together, which is really kind of gambly, aggressive, kind of what we know them for, play style. And they managed to get 4 rounds. Is it going to be enough?
Probably not. I'm not going to lie. I mean, with their players playing on off agents, like, no Baby Bay to open up rounds, no Corey to fall back on that raids. Like this, I don't know. I'm not sold yet on the Corey Sova experiment and Baby Bay on Phoenix, but it could prove me wrong here in a second.
Well, we're going to have to find out after this break. Can we see any kind of recovery from FaZe? We'll see you shortly for the answer.
Hello,
बस
अब शायद आए रिप्ले में.
हाँ आएगा मेरे ख्याल में. यही था मेरे ख्याल में ना, यही मैप था मेरे ख्याल में. हाँ बेबी ये क्या ऐड आ गई है.
मेरी नहीं आई. उन्होंने दिखाया नहीं, निकाल दिया, आगे कर दिया.
ऐड आ गई जा रहा है कि सामने.
एक और आ गई.
दिखाया नहीं उन्होंने, रिप्ले नहीं दिखाया.
तू मेरी लाइव स्ट्रीम देख रहा है?
नहीं, मैं अपनी चला रहा.
तू मेरी देख.
यार आपकी मैंने ये साइट से खोली.
हाँ भाई अब ये दोबारा ना आ जाए.
हाँ मेरी बात सुन, मैंने जो एक लिंक भेजा तो वो लिंक खोलेगा ना.
हाँ.
वहाँ से वो सीधा क्लिप खोल जाएगी, ठीक है ना. तो फिर वो तो खुद ही क्लिप कर दे, ठीक है ना, क्योंकि यहाँ से वो मैं क्लिप नहीं कर पा रहा उसको, पता नहीं क्यों.
शेयर क्लिप का कह रहा है।
हाँ मैंने शेयर की हुई है वैसे तुझे। एक कहाँ शेयर करूँ मैं तुझे? ईमेल कर रहा हूँ, रुक एक ईमेल भी मार देता हूँ।
मेरा मॉनिटर 720p है और मैं देख रहा हूँ 1080p 60 fps।
लेजेंड है भाई तू तो।
लेजेंड भाई लेजेंड।
ठीक है ना, तो वो उस लिंक पे क्लिक करेंगे ना, वहाँ से वो क्लिप शुरू हो जाएगी, फिर तो वो खुद ही क्लिक कर वहीं से शुरू होगी जहाँ से वो हमसे, ठीक है ना?
टाइटल क्या होगा? टाइटल क्या होगा?
मैंने डाल दिया है। मैंने
टाइटल क्यों बताए?
अबू बैन।
मैं रात को सो रहा था, एक शॉर्ट आया था यूट्यूब का शॉर्ट।
नहीं, मैंने जो टाइटल सोचा है वो बहुत कमाल का टाइटल है। जी बार बार वही क्लिप क्यों दिखा रहे हैं यार? बेबी भी वाला दिखाए ना। ये टट्टी टट्टी से
अपना दिखाया है।
अब कौन सी क्लिप देख रहे हैं मुझे? खत्म हो गया मैच?
नहीं।
हाँ हुआ। 8:30 पे ऑफ हुआ भाई।
मैं 1 मिनट है।
मतलब 3 मिनट का ब्रेक होता है ना, मतलब टोटल 8 ब्रेक होने के, 8 से ज़्यादा होंगे।
मैंने एक बात समझी थी, मतलब जाने भाई, यार मैंने ना अपने मोबाइल में डिस्कॉर्ड लॉगिन करना है, ठीक है ना? अब मैंने पासवर्ड भी बिल्कुल ठीक लिखता हूँ, ईमेल भी बिल्कुल ठीक, ठीक है ना? अब ना जब मैं वो लिख देता हूँ ना, तो वो कहते हैं लॉगिन इनवैलिड।
पता नहीं
And
कोई
we
idea
are
नहीं।
back. And we are back in. And we are back. And we are back. Phase for them to mount some kind of recovery here on the sense.
VPN
What do you think, Sean?
PUBG Lite VPN चलाने के लिए।
Well, TSM is looking to bulldoze their way
Yeah,
into
they
this
can
B
do
site,
it.
where
They can
Corey
come
on this Sova role is playing all by himself. So I mean, we know Corey has insane aim, yeah, but how insane? Ghost Ace insane? Please, please let us see. Let us see.
Question mark.
The Sky Flash will indeed come in. You can see Sabrosa has that thing ready. Will the Recon get any juice? Oh dear.
I think they went a bit too deep, climbing a
Oh
little
my
off.
god.
Right, okay, the reload's coming. Sabrosa is going to deny him. Man, you almost.
होने लगा था।
Cream is dead. Sabrosa is going to get owned.
क्या कमाल है।
What? That was sick. I haven't seen an arrow ping that many people in a pro game in forever.
Oh, actually, that did hit everyone. I actually thought that one went too deep.
Yeah, no, because he threw it on the wall behind them that no Sova ever actually puts it on.
यार क्या कमाल का राउंड निकाला है उसने।
What a hole!
उसने अभी पहले कह के हटाया कि वो उसका एम बहुत अच्छा है और वो ये करके दिखा
Now,
गया।
one thing that's fun about FaZe is we might expect
अच्छा वो कह रहा था
them to
गोस्ट
be
एस कोरी गोस्ट
like
एस
more aggressive on the defensive side. So I'm
मतलब
looking forward to
प्रिडिक्ट
seeing
कर रहा
what
था।
happens.
हाँ।
Alright. Back. Gets out there. Picks up one in mid. A main is being held pretty well. In fact, I don't think FaZe do much holding. They just do pushing.
Oh.
They are pushing all the way here. Hazed is stuck in a pretty difficult position. He's going to slowly, surely get
Nice.
There's that crunch. Baby J with the final kill. And FaZe, they don't like to stay in these rounds for too long. They like to make it quick.
No, but I did like the fact that Baby J was
अगर ये राउंड जीत गए ना, इससे अगले 2 राउंड भी इनके ही हैं फेस के।
He's not going to get any lines stacking the blocks that way.
ये इनका सोवा कर क्या रहा है? मुझे ये समझ नहीं लग रही है।
Not clearing for a long
यार
time.
सोवा ने निकाले 4 से इन्होंने निकाली इस साइड से और उस साइड से।
नहीं मैं इनका टीएसएम के सोवा की बात कर रहा था।
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
It's really relaxing.
ये ऑर्डिन नूब है।
Oh, text. You must be a casual if you think Tetris is relaxing. Or be casual.
I will show you. You will be a believer.
Bet.
हम गलत वॉल करते रहे हैं सारी उम्र.
That's like,
How? So welcome Sabrosa.
yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, Sabrosa, he had enough time to react to that. It's a pretty huge pickup early on here for the attack. You know, FaZe have to get aggressive now. They don't really have too much of a choice.
Ui, हार गए ये
They're
round.
slowly bleeding out. TSM are in such a great position now. They can kind of do anything, split anywhere, push anything together, and they're going to be likely having a lot of success. There's a delay coming
हार
from
गए.
the true position. FaZe deciding to try to fight here. They have to sacrifice somewhere. And
Okay.
that's not a bad result.
Where did they go?
Oh no, the dark cover disappears a bit too soon.
That's a free B site, 1v3 now for Baby Bay. Lot to do with just a bulldog in hand. Okay, that's gonna help.
ओए यार.
Here comes the knife.
नाइस राउंड वैसे.
9 TSM looking to
उससे पता लग गया था ना वो फंस गया नहीं निकल सकता है उसकी रीलोड पे थी.
Okay, what do we have here at the beginning of the next rounds?
It's like not much left in the tank for FaZe. A couple players can buy full up with rifles. I see Zach actually on the Marshall. We have Ruckus on a Sheriff. This is like a do or die situation for them. They lose this round, it's probably over.
Wardell charging up mid, has that Guardian. Gotta be really careful. Sorry, Vandal. And it's just a bulldoze maneuver straight through to the tree position here from TSM. Loving the pace. There we go, Corey pushing all the way through B main. Seekers let loose here for TSM to just make their lives a little bit easier, getting that info, moving into that A site. Oh, Zachary in position at the perfect timing. Oh, well.
Oh dear.
Oh!
Okay, what is he here? Oh dude, that's a big sword and it's
ओए मॉडल.
Oh,
चक्कर.
I feel like the sword should outperform like
यार ये क्या?
Rambit or whatever, you know.
नहीं उसने सही किया भाई वो जब वो नाइफ निकाल के आ गया उसका भी नाइफ निकालना बनता था या नहीं बनता था.
That's true.
I don't want to hear this.
पीछे से मार दिया उसने.
Unless of course I have it.
वो नारा मारता तो चलो मजा तो आता ना देखने
I
का.
don't have that sword yet, so
वैसे पड़ी थी उसे ओ मनी को.
I just want it to be like Soldier of Fortune too, if anyone has played that game. You can actually throw.
I haven't
throw the
heard that
knives.
name in a minute, or that title in a minute.
It was
Jesus.
so legit.
We are old.
Alright, well, looks like we'll see something similar here from TSM like we had from FaZe, which is just really keep that pressure on the A site, just a slow assault. Already have to push up mid though. Raucus is coming. Ooh, nice flash from Baby Bay. Okay, this looks just like deathmatch right now.
Nice flash.
No way! Oh my god! How do you call this? It's just frag off the.
यार वैसे क्लोज राउंड था. अगर वो हकता ना एंड वाला.
And FaZe were really quick up mid on that flank too.
Yeah, Raucus was right behind them on the sky, and Baby Bay pops his ult. That Omen smoke Zach threw was just some kind of tool for people to flash in and out of. You see Baby Bay flash into it once, out of it once. So Broza did the exact same coming the other way. Just everyone's pop flashing through smokes. So chaotic. TSM on top yet again, 11-6. This might be the beginning of the end.
Oh, there's a quick push coming through here from FaZe.
Ooh!
Again, it does look like target.
ओए यार क्या कर गया ये बंदा.
Forces TSM push back, and again quick into middle. This time it's Baby J. Going to find the backs of the TSM players. Surrounded dead. And FaZe bring themselves back in this one. And it's just all out.
यार वो अपने एम पे भी तो प्राउड करते हैं ना वो अभी तो नहीं ये खेल रहे फाइनल्स.
Indeed. Kind of worth noting too that Baby J got his res now, so they might be able to actually kind of get a rally going. Hayes had to win a 1v1 the round prior. This round's a blowout. TFSM's economy can't be that great. And yeah, sure enough, Chico, Dan. Sheriff Eco, it's coming in.
It's dangerous. I mean, we saw Faze doing massive work.
Oh, ad तो नहीं आई हुई, ad से ही खड़ी हो.
Looking forward to this one from TSM. There he goes.
One watching आ रहा है स्टेला.
Nice shot from.
Oh, हो जाता है कई दफा इस तरह.
Maybe A is in a little bit of trouble here, but there is maybe J to provide the assist. The res comes through as well. That's annoying for TSM, but
this
they've already made the rotation.
No, Zach!
ओए क्या हो गया ये गाने दे गया है यार.
Okay, TSM in a pretty great spot with the Chico.
A great cage by Hayes to allow his teammates to cross the B. This site's open. There's only Baby Bay here. Is he gonna come through the smoke? He did.
Ooh, Waddell. That was an opportunity. Now it's starting to look quite difficult.
3 versus 3 है.
Or TSM rather. The face looking actually pretty great. Oh, the Hunter's Fury comes through from Leviathan. Decides to actually pop that one. Gets one tag. Oh, just barely missing it, finishing off Baby Bay. Does get an additional bit of damage though to another player as Bay starts to push through, but it's just down to the 1v1. Leviathan versus Corey. Corey holding the angle, trying to make his way forward onto that spike. He's getting a lot of ground here, and it's just a jump from Leviathan.
Oh, nice.
You know what? Corey pulls out the classics. Had enough. And
Yeah, you can only beat Corey so many times, Dan. Come on. Come on. I thought he was... Honestly, I didn't think he was going to win it because I thought Leviathan would just tuck away. The second Leviathan committed to that fight, he was a goner. Let's be real. Corey's aim is way too true. Once he knows where you are like that, good luck. Good luck.
And it's definitely going to be a difficult situation now for Faze because, I mean, despite having Corey on the Hunter's Fury now, the ult economy is looking pretty good here for TSM. A little bit better right now. Although Raucus is one off of Seekers, so curious how TSM are going to approach this one. Oh, we got the tricky ice walls here to get some damage through mid. Raucus gets 3! And just like that, it is looking horrendous now for 2 players left. I don't think they want to use any of these ultimates now. They're just going to have to try to do as much damage as they can. And Faze want to finish them off quickly. Wall goes up, but TSM, they are not getting any love here. Oh no, the Trailblazer coming through right in the face. Bang on the off angle. And there's one. 1v1. Knife comes
यार क्या फेज ये क्या लगाना है राउंड इसने यार.
We start to believe, Dan? Do you believe in the comeback? Do you believe?
I don't know if I believe, Sean.
ये हमारे वाला हाल हो रहा है याद है ड्रैगो?
Yeah. I'm feeling the same way, you know, like I thought with the failed sage wall around.
Oh, कट्टे यार चेक कर.
Surprise for TSN, it's still 12. The rocket just swings off CAD, just destroys all 3 of those guys.
इसका clip भी डाल दो.
Yeah, I love watching is the Chico and the headshots.
The one thing I believe in for sure is Sabrosa with this ult on Sky. I love watching Sabrosa use the Sky ult and trail it with a flash.
Baby J check कर कहाँ पे बैठा हुआ है.
One of the Seekers because of how he combines the flash with the Seekers. It's actually really clever.
Yeah, I've really
nice Baby J. एक घुस रहे हैं उधर.
A lot of magic happened on this map. Okay, so most of these players here for TSM on this wacky buy down now. They haven't really found too much in the way of opportunities here. Yeah, especially when Sky first came into play, I think it took a while for people to really get to grips with how exactly to get the value. And I definitely feel like Sabrosa is one of the players who I've seen some of like the highest level stuff.
Yeah, and so, kind of adding on to that, something I've noticed throughout this event is, so he was playing a lot of Brimstone on Bind, And later in the event, he actually switched to Sky, and I think Haze played Astra instead of Bang. They allowed Bang to stay on the Raze role on Bind, and they put Haze on Astra.
Oh, a pistol!
That's really, really cool for TSM. That's something that they lacked a lot in their previous iterations of their lineups. Just people feeling comfortable not switching agents, but switching entire classes. Going from initiator into a controller, or going from controller into a duelist, and looking very comfortable doing it. Right? Like, they look like they're at home in the same way.
Anybody there?
I mean, looking like you're at home, I feel like that's just also the tables on that have turned repeatedly for these two teams. It makes it very hard to predict. And early value from that Odin through the B main wall into the B site.
He counter spammed him, man.
Well, there's the Sabrosa Seekers. And it doesn't do anything.
Why have I done this?
Wait,
That's a sad one.
What is going on with this one? Silly guy.
It happens. Oh, he's back. Back from the dead.
Look how good he is when he uses Seekers. He gets 2 lives.
If it's a real caster curse, then Sabrosa's gonna die to Raucus again. Oh, Zachary's looking for some info, but I'm just waiting there. So it's not gonna happen. For Zachary, unfortunately. Love this Phoenix wall. I think that Phoenix wall is one of the arguments that actually, I think, made people start to believe in the value for Phoenix on this map, you know, oh so long ago. It's like the power for the retakes from that util. Speaking of which, Cosmic Divide comes through here to try to make this one a bit more difficult for the retake from Faze.
Ooh, gravity roll right on the other side of the Astral. And what? Rocket still gets the frag.
WA jumping down. Operators doing a lot of work here. Haze has to come through.
क्या राउंड निकाल रहा है यार?
WJ locking it in.
Come back, क्या वाटा come back यार?
From Faze.
बराबर कर गए हैं वो.
Gives Baby J res again. I feel like he's had a.
Oh!
Will this be his 3rd, or is it just the 2nd? I remember the one in A main behind the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It was an eternity ago.
What I am sure about though is that they are carrying through double operators into this next round, so that should be fun.
Baby J looks kind of filthy on the off. It's a shame that Baby Bay is just so good on it. The babies. Babies, they need the snipers.
We're going right down to the wire here. The spam battle. Oh, like baiting them into spam against Corey to try to get the lineup going and maybe creating a distraction here. Maybe an opportunity for Zachary to make his way forwards. Trade through by tiles. And look at the rotation from Haze here, giving up the lurk towards that A side of the map here because we're getting a really aggressive play coming in from Raucus, taking all that space for A main. It's a push from TSM, comes into that B site. And Corey hold on though, he's got that Odin, he's ready for this. Headshot onto Sabrosa. Battle of the Odins and the operators. This is kind of insane. Chris coming in from Baby J, you're talking about that? It's down to Wardell, 1 versus 4. In the back boathouse, picks up the Odin. I respect it. Ooh. Oh my goodness, Wardell was in so much trouble. And he's gone.
Yeah.
So Faze, they're picking up 12.
How is this?
बहुत ज़्यादा throw की
How
है
did
ये.
Faze get back in his game plan? How? What has happened? TSM has fallen apart.
वैसे क्या है, qualify तो दोनों वही आगे.
I try not to ask questions sometimes. Sometimes it's best that exactly. Sometimes you just have to experience it, Sean. You think too much.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, just
technically, you are. That's kind of your job, though. You are the analyst. So
लेकिन वार्डर आज अच्छा देखने को नहीं मिल रहा है.
So wait, you can get away with this? Me?
I don't know.
Stuck?
Exactly. I mean, that's.
Just throw me in there?
You're out there on the islands with your 500 IQ. I can never hope to ever understand the world like you do.
Well, I do understand that the double op setup is on A. One is close and one is far, and there's no shot TSM reads this.
Yeah, it's 2 opening kills here for TSM as well. Maybe another one because Undersuri isn't going to connect onto Corey. That will force him back.
Ooh, Zach waited for the neural theft to come in and immediately ults.
Ooh, great shot from Baby Bay. Great hold here coming in from FaZe. Looking to lock this first map in, but it's a 2v2 here and minutes to play with here. Oh, straight up onto the wall. Oh, is he going to do it? Here's the rotation. There's a minute to go though, so TSM actually have the ability to fake this rotation as well.
fake karge.
Corey's recon should come on soon. Yeah, Corey just got his recon. I'm curious if he's going to use it to clear out B main, or if he's going to try to save it for a post plan. Both options. He's sitting there on the O. Great spot for this cat hit, Dan. He might just be able to end it right here.
30 seconds left.
So weak here, 20 health. Can Zachary get both players? Vandals ready to go, spots the barrel, the trigger disciplines. Oh! And he transfers. 13-11 FaZe, map 1 in this best of 5 in the bag. Ascent is theirs. All right, so I had no idea who was going to win this game, Sean, at various points. I mean, I have to say, TSM looked like they were way ahead right in the beginning, but then they just sort of going into that second half.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to TSM on that second half, because in the first half they looked really dominant, and it looked like FaZe wasn't looking to show a lot in the city match, and then FaZe just came to life, right? I think there was something about Baby J being on that operator, running the double op. I don't think Baby J had more impact on Phoenix than Jet, but I think the combination of him, the babies, both the babies, stepping up big with the operator in the second half is kind of what brought them towards the finish line. Corey obviously doing Corey things like the pistol round. Yeah, the players from FaZe just came to life.
Yes, it's really impressive to see that. I think we saw that yesterday too. FaZe are really good at just coming back. It doesn't matter sort of how difficult things are or how they're going, because Luminosity, when they were playing as FaZe, I mean they were doing such a good job in handling FaZe's aggression, punishing it, and sort of waiting for their moment and getting early round advantages and putting FaZe in bad positions pretty consistently. Still, FaZe, it didn't seem to, pardon the pun, didn't seem to faze them, and they just were able to find results in that pressure, winning 2v5s and clutches and still, managing to make set pieces work. So with all of that said, FaZe set up pretty well at the beginning of the series. We'll have to see what happens on the next map, which will be split. We'll see you soon for that after this break.
क्या मैच नहीं करना है यार उन्होंने है भाई जॉनी जॉनी नींद तो नहीं आ रही
मेरी आंख लगी हुई थी कसम से ओए होए होए अभी ये ऐड चली है तो
मैच पूरा देखा कि नहीं
देखा है मैंने अभी मेरी आंख लगी थोड़ी देर पहले लास्ट राउंड नहीं देखा
यार लास्ट देखने वाला था
लास्ट राउंड नहीं देखा
जनी
आग लगी हुई थी
भाई कोई ग्राउंड निकाला है फेज
नाइस बड़ा कमबैक किया है 9-11 था ना
यार ओमन पीछे गार्डन में वो गार्डन नहीं वहां पे ओमन पीछे वास के साथ छुपा हुआ है वो दो एंटर हुए दोनों को वन टैप दिए
नाइस
वो सेंटेंस वैसे डाउनलोड सेटिंग कर सकते हैं हम भी है हम ये सेटिंग डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं वैसे ये वाली
मैं तो
जोई ये करो यार नर्ड एस
कैसे करनी है जोवी
नहीं नर्ड एसटी गेमर
नर्ड एसटी गेमर अच्छा
फिर ऐड आ गई है इतनी एड्स तो मेरी नहीं आती जितनी इनके आ रही है मैं भी सर्च करके देखता हूँ
कर रहा हूँ इधर है
अच्छा ये माउस की है, माउस मॉनिटर की है
अच्छा गेम सेटिंग नहीं है
वो गेम वो जो माउस बाय करेंगे तो उसके यार
लो
क्या पाएंगे यार मैं एक मिनट नीचे से हो गया
मॉनिटर सेटिंग दिखा रहा हमजा नहीं आया आज खैरियत
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to this best of 5 grand final shenanigans. It's time to get a quick shout out to our sponsor Zowie, though, with exclusive technologies like dynamic accuracy and color vibrance. Zowie monitors make it easier than ever to track enemies, control a weapon spray, and secure the site for your team. Check out zowie.benq.com for more info, or if you'd like to learn more about how dynamic accuracy can affect your gameplay, just search what is DYAC to skip right to the good stuff. Speaking of skipping right to the good stuff, Sean, we've got to recap that first map a little bit. It started out, it was crazy between both teams. It was hard to call this one, and we saw really odd composition choices for both teams that, again, didn't really work with our expectations of how we see these teams and their roles. We saw Corey on the Sova. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, we mentioned it before, this is a seeding match, so both of these teams have indeed qualified for the playoffs, and what this is the winner of this match will actually be playing against Envy.
Hey, Starlord.
Will actually be taking on 100 Thieves in the lower part of the bracket. So it's kind of like both teams just need to play on
Starlord
style, probably testing out some things that they've tried in practice.
Really
not sure it would work in a match setting, while also like really wanting to win for the monetary value. Like is a difference. I think what's the prize difference? Like maybe 10 grand between first and second. So there's definitely some money on the line here. There's value in winning this game, and you can see Faze, I think, rallied off 7 straight to come back in this map and win 13-11. But we said it before. They were undefeated on Ascent entering that game. So even on and off comp, it's a super comfy map for them. They're now like 9-0 throughout Challengers 2.
Yeah, we can see that, Bang had a fantastic game, but it still wasn't really quite enough for TSM to win, as they did lose that momentum, as you said, right at the end. And Zachary, doing a lot of great work, especially with some of the flanks that we saw, and just generally being quite tricky with the Omen, which is something I feel like you know everything about, because you were originally like an Omen main before becoming a Yuri believer.
Yeah, I was duped. I was duped from a good teleport to a bad one, Dan. I got scammed. I'm just kidding. No, I got to make my Yuri work like Corey. Because Corey is cracked on that agent.
Yeah, definitely. And let's check out the map pool for this one again as well to remind you guys exactly the maps we will be playing in this best of 5. So there's a possibility to see all 5. I think that's actually quite likely given how the first map started, how close it was. Both of these teams quite evenly matched. Split is the next map upcoming, and I think Split is a pretty good map for both of these teams. And then we move into Breeze as well, and that's been an interesting one too. Have been they're pretty good on this map. Neither team has a lot of plays on it. I believe Faze
Mario bind इन्होंने खत्म कर दिया
there. We were quite impressed with how they played it yesterday against Luminosity. So I'm feeling like Faze on the next couple maps.
Yeah, I agree. I think it really is going to depend on how these battles in mid go, because that's one thing I know for sure. It doesn't matter the comp. It really doesn't matter whatever Faze chooses. I guarantee you they're going to be fighting in mid. Unlike TSM.
ये देखना मैच अब और याद रखना कैसे खेलते हैं.
Their defensive side, especially Ordelos having that KO, Dan. Do we get to see it? We haven't gotten to cast the KO, so honestly, I would be a little bit excited for this. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Do this to us, Ordell. Do this to us.
Okay, well, what would you expect to see if we do get a KO lock? I mean, we're not seeing it right now, but I mean, maybe we'll see it from Faze. Is KO an agent that you think works well? Is a plug and play in most compositions that we would normally expect on Split?
I think it really, KO is such a map-dependent agent, right? Like, you don't want to get him on Breeze because it's just so big. It's hard to suppress agents in a map that size. It's hard to throw a good 0-point knife that can't get broken, right? Because it's so big. Whereas a map like Split, you can throw one that bleeds through walls. It has a massive radius, I believe. I want to say it's a 15-meter radius on that 0-point. So you can do it like throwing it against the wall and getting into mail from market, right? Like you can do things like that with it on Split and Haven, for example, and Bind. But it gets a little tricky when you get in the bigger maps like Ascent and Breeze. So it would work on this map, but we're not going to see it, unfortunately.
Well, getting the Breach, though, out on Baby Bay, I'm liking that. Corey back on a Duelist, offered the Sova onto the Raze. Definitely looking a little bit more conventional here. Are you liking how this is stacking up now, Sean, that we've had all the agents locked in?
I think so. I mean, we actually, this is like almost like a trivia question. I think Baby Bay played a lot of Breach on Split back in the day. He was pretty comfortable in the role. I know that sounds insane based on what we know of Baby Bay currently and how he plays Jet and how he's just a maniac and runs on the map. No, he used to be a Breach. So I'm kind of curious if he's been like cooking up anything in the lab. Is this just them playing loose and just doing whatever they want, or does he have an idea of what's going down here?
Yeah, definitely. And seeing, I think, something that looks pretty, for me it's pretty expected. Bang has been pretty awesome on the Astra. Bang is, again, very versatile, excellent in a multitude of different agents and roles. Sabrosa and Sky, again, Sabrosa and Sky, we were talking him up earlier, is just a player that's done such a great job on that agent and making it look better and better in the pro scene. But enough of that, actually, we're getting straight into the match here. Early on, Faze on that defense. Nice pop from Baby J. Straight away bangs out of the picture, and that's the Astra.
Yeah, and he hasn't been picking the Sage normally, so like this wall in mid is a totally different look, but you can see it doesn't matter. Faze still wants to fight mid, even with the wall up.
And Corey using the ice blocks there, inmate just to jiggle, get additional opportunities for fights. The issue again. Faze do not want to give up mid here, and it's working. 4 versus 2 now. There's not a lot left in the tank for TSM.
VJ wants more, Dan. He's pushing.
Yeah, VJ might just get it.
He's gonna get more.
Now it's Leviathan. And I mean, these kills are important. Like, just really getting as much value as you can. Charging up those ultimate orbs. Bit of extra money in the bank. Now Leviathan, we try to make this difficult. Oh, they're actually going to try to push into this position as well. Leviathan, it could be good for one hit. But no, Baby J actually getting so many frags in this round. And, you know, speaking of charging up the ultimates, that's 3 ult charges already for Baby J.
Yeah, I mean, there was the nerf that added the extra orb required to get the res. Sage continues to get the nerfs. I feel so bad for Sage mains, right? We were talking about it before the cast. Yeah, remember how far you used to be able to cast the wall away from you? You used to be able to put it so far away. It was instantly at 100% health, and there's just so many positives to Sage. I think the slows lasted longer. Everything was cheaper. Res was less.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy different. Corey looking to reclaim a lot of space here using that utility. Being bought the paint shells in burns. So TSM have actually come away with a lot there. 1 kill, they've gotten rid of a lot of the early utility. The Trailblazers used from Raucus to get some more information down mid, spots that most players for TSM still hanging out and haven't fully rotated off just yet. So it's looking quite dangerous here for FaZe, but they're not trying to overplay their hands. They're waiting for TSM to make the move.
Yeah, that was really a ton of info that Trailblazer got. Oh, the Trailblazer comes in from Sabrosa. Raucus in big trouble.
Oh!
Oh my god, Corey is just absolutely annihilating everybody. Great trade from Sabrosa with the frenzy, but a lot more work to be done. Finds the Spectre on the ground. Down to 32 health here. 30 seconds to work with to try to get the plant on this spike, but I don't think he has any ideas. Zach, oh no, oh no, oh no, Sean. Sabrosa takes down Zach. The Guardian Wisp coming in, and Sabrosa might actually just have enough time to do this one. He doesn't have anything stopping him get the spike plant. He can reset off of this. He has a Guardian. So a lot of firepower. Baby Bay moving through that Spectre from the sewers position.
If he peeks from elbow, it's such a long-range battle for a Spectre versus a Guardian. There's no way of knowing. And you can see Baby Bay cutting the distance on the minimap.
Oh, Sabrosa with the clutch. The Red Bull clutch coming on through for TSM. Oh, the whiffs in sewers. I cannot believe it. That is rough.
You do hate to see it. Zach just on the slow Guardian flank in the sewers. Yikes, Dan. Yikes.
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, but a huge clutch to win. That's a 1 scoreline now. And we can see that TSM.
Oh, Nicola.
And still with pretty decent amount of firepower despite these so many players there, and they're just going to go ham in mid here, doing a great job.
Oh!
Despite having such poor weapons.
क्या throw किया TSM ने ये round?
TSM.
हैं? क्या throw किया इन्होंने ये round?
These rounds seem moved quickly at the beginning.
Yeah, still a very winnable round. The Astra playing ace.
ये black क्यों हो रहा है बीच में?
Really early info with the star on the ground, potentially being a gravity well. Difficult site to enter here. Oh my god.
Opening there from Hayes. Great swing. Fault line comes through though. That's going to slow things down here for TSM. Rotation's coming quickly. There is a flank from Sewers as well. Maybe very slowly but surely with the Phantom. And this is looking so difficult. There's so much time is being burned here that this flank from Baby Bay could be absolutely massive. So timing going to be good. Zachary finds the headshot onto Hayes, and Leviathan's left alone at the top of A ramp. Trying to get the push through to A heaven. That's going to work out. Spike though is down an A. If only Leviathan had that spike, maybe there would be some more to work with here. But forced to go down A ramp and to challenge for this one. Timing, unfortunately for Leviathan there. Caught by the fault line as well.
Yeah. Be forced to save. Uses the Viper wall to get to sewers safely. You know, hang on to the Phantom for the next round. Faze stealing it back. Thrifty, Dan.
Very well
नहीं
played.
यार जो कोरी ने राउंड निकाल दिया ना शुरू में और बेबी जे ने
Coming up, Baby Bay and Zach. That was nice.
Okay, so I mean, again, expect the unexpected so far as I think the name of the game here in this matchup so far.
Prime.
Let's go. He's gonna be opping B super aggressive, so he's peeking into B main with this Sage. I think this might just be an A hit. Ace with the
मेरे main account में Prime है.
A, immediately taking out Raucus.
Prime है.
Zach the Sheriff. That has not worked out. Although I was ready for that. The flash though, to try to get the value in mid here, Baby Bay is going to have to fall back. Real theft comes through. That's a huge win. It looks really good here for TSM.
नहीं भाई जो प्राइम है ना
Down 5v.
तू देखेगा ज्यादातर ना तू वीट सिटी देख ज्यादातर तुझे ना प्राइम दिखते हुए यूज करने फिर भी बात है
वो एक अलग बात है वैसे तो इतने
Faze in such a difficult position. BJ has that very valuable operator as well. Lots of bros are coming up on ropes as well, yeah. Straight through to the around positioning. That's the bros' flank initiated. Takes down Baby J. That's the operator gone. I think it was like a really big question. You know, in that 3v5, all the value they had, just go for a save there, but they might die here. Are they going to check for this? Maybe.
He's going
Baby Bay
back.
wants to go for the frags. That is bold.
It's a very Baby Bay type play, so I can respect it.
मेरे पास सिंगुलैरिटी भी है, आयन भी है, प्राइम भी है, तीनों है मेरे पास.
He's up there at 7 and 3. And he's just been peeking into mid and having a lot of success. I think TSM is
मुझे ज़्यादा प्राइम अच्छी लगती है.
For the most part, they seem like they're using it for some lurks. They're doing a lot of A hits. Now they're going to B though, and it seems like they're just following Raucus around the map. They just have a good idea.
मैंने अब लॉजिटेक का पूरा करना है सेट. मैं हालांकि मेरे पास ब्लडी और कहते हैं इसका रेड ड्रैगन का है. लेकिन अब मैंने लॉजिटेक लेना है.
Seeker's going out as well. Rotation is really quick here for Faze.
Mouse pad मेरे पास bloody का है.
The weaponry is obviously not quite there. TSM have that backside control behind that toxic screen. Oh, Corey's going in. He's going to get taken down by Subrosa though, so not finding too much there. And I like the approach here, trying to stop this push before the spike can be planted, but it's not working out. You gotta take a lot of risks here when you have such poor weaponry against your opponents.
I just want to give so much credit to Hayes on how he uses these cages, because that cage did have a tiny gap in it, but he's so aware, right? Because pros, what they like doing with these smokes is finding those little gaps, waiting for someone to run past the gap and getting an easy frag on the opposite side of the cage or smoke or whatever it might be. Hayes is aware of the gap and he keeps jiggling it. And he's trying to get the player to shoot, and then he's going to wide swing and he's going to win the fight. And that's exactly what just happened. It's just so much awareness of the pro meta and how pros deal with those tiny gaps in the smokes. Love seeing little interactions like that.
Alright, so we'll see the snake bite going deep there. And actually, that's swing and a hit from Leviathan as well. Baby J trying to get the early challenge in there. Again, you know, trying to find the early frags with the sheriffs. It's definitely a good way to approach a situation like this. But of course, not working out early for Baby J. They might be interested in pushing that position though.
Yeah, he might push B main. It is open right now. Leviathan's playing it super passive. Guiding Light went into ropes to clear that out. No voice line notification saying someone's in ropes. Subrosa pretty calmly checks it.
Nice shot from Wardell. Now, TSM knew that there'd be an info play somewhere, and they are punishing pretty hard. Yeah, it's definitely a sign of a good team, you know, having the ability to slow down the tempo, to try to force mistakes from the opponents. He's really stuck with that info, had to try to find something. And this methodical approach is going to result in a flawless from TSM. Very nicely done. And that was a 4-2 scoreline. So starting things off well here on this attack.
TSM looking like they're in control of their map pick. And here's the full buy coming in from Faze Vct. I don't know if we've seen an actual legitimate full buy from them. It's like a lot of pots and pans, like hobbled buys that they've had. So here we have all Vandals on the board. Raucous with the ult, Baby J with the res. How are we going to use these?
Scary situation here, being up against the operator from Wardell, forced to dash. Love that, Baby Bay with that flash, trying to get that retake going for mid. But TSM looking really committed to taking this mid control. The Trailblazer is going to help get that extra information. Keep TSM's presence there. Zachary with the catch with the lurk of Haze on A ramp. And another really big win. That's a huge tell just to see that Haze is pushing that by himself.
Put a fall up there as a fake. They think someone's up there.
That's actually awesome. Bang will make his way through to the side. Though the full line is going to connect. He's going to hold position on site here for Faze for the time being. Oh wow, Baby Bay not able to find that one against Bang. Bang's looking so confident, but Corey is going to be able to take him down. It's looking difficult here for Faze, but might be able to make something of this. Cosmic Divide comes through. Viper's Pit to try to answer that from Leviathan, and the jump across for the satchel from Corey that doesn't do too much, unfortunately, for Faze. Zachary's in a very, very difficult position.
This Cosmic Divide is wild, Dan. Yeah.
The gravity well to pull him in, lines up Zachary.
Oh!
But the clutch, he knows everything! Incredible play from Zachary. What a beautiful 1v3. That's going to be one of the best plays in this series so far. Zachary. You can just see the cogs turning in his mind.
Yeah. That was gorgeous. The way he used the Cosmic Divide diagonally going across B site, and he just puts the gravity well and the Nova Pulse right there. Destroys Levi. Oh my god, this was so sick.
Oh bhai.
Actually gets a reload off there. Cosmic Divide, he just knows where everybody is.
Yeah,
just
even
great
the
intuition.
So the left peek that Wardell had to do, Wardell had to hug close to that box. That is not a favorable peek. Favorable peek. Most people would peek on the wall or a little bit further off so that way they could swing. But the Cosmic Divide didn't allow that to happen. That was super cool to watch.
Oh, Sabrosa coming in. Great transfer there up into that mail take. Again, just go fast in that mid play. Oh, Baby J with a great answer. Might find a second one. Indeed, he will. That's the spike now down on the ground as well. So the mid play that's come through and been successful for TSM doesn't mean too much if they can't recover the spike now. Back outside B main. That B lobby area.
This is wild. He's going to go back mail and res, Dan. This is the loop. They're doing a loop. We're going to have a 3v3 B hit again.
Is there something? Is there a gun? Is there an upgrade for Raucous? There might very well be.
He's not going to res.
Oh, there's the way from Wardell. Oh, dropping position. Wardell still with that flag. Still good. Nature's coming through. Slow things down here. Corey and Raucous looking to try to find a way to make this possible. But Wardell is such a huge problem. It's a Trailblazer. That's so much information. That's very helpful. But again, Wardell, difficult to deal with.
Ooh, it concussed
where two players are. Flash comes through, and all players are now. TSM having to defend from the back of the site against Corey and Raucous as they start to try to push in. So difficult though, and Haze catches Corey moving forward. Raucous with an operator of his own. Still two players left to deal with here. So difficult, and there's not much time. Haze with the peak, finding the shot that's necessary to pick up the round.
Yeah, the one glimmer of hope right there for Faze was if Corey got one frag, he could have had the showstopper on deck. I think that could have flipped the round over in Faze's direction. Nope, gets taken out. Leaves Raucous in kind of an unwinnable 1-on-3, if I'm being honest. And yeah, TSM gets another. There's 5 rounds already on this attack side of split. Faze is a little bit in trouble now, Dan.
Yeah, TSM, really very confident. There's the wall there. Slow things down in B main. Snakebite, pretty cheap way to slow things down in B main as well.
Oh, he's actually using it now.
But he's pulling out the stopper as well. Corey trying to anticipate the push through. That's going to whiff. Now Corey's going to be there by himself as Baby J goes down. And again, TSM 5 versus 4. They've got lots of time in the round here. They can slow this one down if they want.
यार ये Sage
But
की
then you're
wall
getting
देखी
your
है
effect too, so they know the rotation of their opponents.
यार उसने क्या कहते हैं इसका नाम बेबी बे ने क्या कहते हैं काम खराब कर दिया कोरी ने सॉरी.
Oh, they resetting.
Stole away our wall from us, Dan. He showstoppered it off. we had something good, and it was taken from us.
It's taken away. And the reset comes through, just cutting noise completely. Or is he going to go through this? Toxic screen. Oh, he has the info now. He knows what's going on. There it goes. The breach shot comes on through. Corey able to take down Sabrosa, and TSM, they still have time here. They still have 4 players to go. And Bags to respond quite well. Corey going down, but they still have to deal with Baby Bay. The trades are favorable for TSM. It's been difficult, but they're looking clear for a plant now. Odell providing that long-range cover. Zachary's going to have to go in off of the back of this flash. One player isolated. There's a drop down to hell from Raucus, but Bang has every answer. What a round from him.
TSM winning yet another gun round, and that was an expensive one for Faze. Using the breach ult like that. Showstopper, obviously.
30 seconds left.
I can't imagine Faze is going to be able to have a good buy coming into this next round. And that pretty much cements the fact that TSM will indeed run away with this half.
Yeah, I felt like that Rolling Thunder was going to do a lot more somehow, but yeah, TSM, again, they just seem very resilient in a lot of these chaotic situations, finding their ground quite nicely, and again, we're seeing that cheap option to take that main control, the snake bite, and Wardell, again, being a problem mid. Of course, it is just pistols here for the saving phase. And we know that they like to try to take these early peaks. It is a good way to do it with the Sheriffs. TSM are ready for that.
Up in heaven, undetected. That's a freebie site. No one's here, but Baby, look, Baby Bay's on right. What?
That's a nice shot.
One enemy remaining.
Not too much else to be done, though.
Go game a ring around the rosy. How did he manage to get between the attackers? Very easily,
that's a good question. That's a very good question. Well, it's going to be another round here for TSM. Not too much Zach can do. I'll be able to get another cheeky frag though. And he just went away from the Cosmic Divide, so it would be pretty awesome if he's able to find another ult points here. There's a lot of footsteps. That's a lot of footsteps. There you go. 7-3 are locked in now by TSM. It's really shaping up nicely on this attacking side for them.
Indeed. I do think some of the ults are coming back into play for Faze, so that is kind of the comeback story. If they were to come back into this with the last 2 rounds. We saw Zach get the round with the Cosmic Divide. That was probably the most value I've seen. Faze has had a lot of value from the Cosmic Divides on split. Because remember, we broke down the play where they Viper ulted behind it before. So you can clearly see Zach has put a lot of thought into how to use that wall.
Johnny, तेरी आवाज lag हो रही है.
Absolutely, and here we're going to see TSM changing the pace. They're going very aggressively towards that A side of the map. They're not playing a slow deep or anything like that. It's just a full frontal assault, and Raucus is there at the back. It's a good flash, but not good enough, it seems. And Corey, in fact, everybody's trying to dodge out of that smoke, trying to catch TSM running in, but it's been a slaughter here on the A side, and there's not much left to do. If a Baby Bay.
No, it's all alone. Just a young breach pulling spawn. Chiseled jawline.
अच्छा मैंने ये बड़ा ढूंढ के लिया मैं गया था मार्केट टोटल मार्केट में ढूंढा मैंने कहा राउंड पीस में मिले कोई मैं ढूंढ रहा था कोई पुराना था क्योंकि पुराने आते थे इस तरह के टाइपराइटर टाइप ना
yeah, that's definitely seems like a question that someone needs to figure out the answer to, please.
तो मुझे फिर ये वाला मिला फिर मैंने ये ले लिया मैकेनिकल था गेमिंग था
Baby Bay has been an interesting one as well, just in terms of like a personality.
RGB है इसमें इवन के कीबोर्ड के borders भी are
as well as everybody in Faze.
Not only keys.
कितने का पड़ा?
Yeah, spotted. Had his next victim here.
Yeah, this is the hunt. This is the hunt.
8,500
initiator hunt.
gonna find him there, but Wardell actually.
यार मुझे
possibly-
पसंद बहुत आ गया, मैंने मतलब लेना नहीं था
Okay, so
इतना
no-
महंगा, लेकिन मुझे
No
पसंद
extra
बहुत
all
आया
points
तो फिर
available there
मैंने
for Baby
ले
Bay
लिया।
as we move into the last round of the first half. And again, if you are
Habit,
just joining us, FaZe won the first map of this best of 5 finals.
Xeon
It
है,
was Ascent. It was a
Hexagon.
13-11 scoreline,
2 प्रोसेसर थे।
and they had to come back as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
It looked a lot like this.
3.1 के 2
I will not
Hexagon
count
है।
FaZe out of this game right now. I will not.
ये कितने का पड़ा?
Asher
There
Stars
is the honor, I
everywhere
think.
right now.
Oh, we love this.
मेरे पास
Very
7,
aggressive maneuver. The Seekers
These
are out. Falling, that's going to slow things down here.
should मैं बोल ही दूँ।
Very fast
actually
approach. Oh, the wall
600 है
again, the
मेरे पास,
tricky
dual
walls.
processor unit है
FaZe
ये,
knows
और
better
ये
though,
मिल
and
जाएगा आपको तकरीबन।
TSM holding both
I
sides of
think
the map
25
very
या 30
effectively at
में
this
मिल जाएगा।
point. It's going to be difficult here for FaZe to hold on with what they're carrying.
मेरे वाला है, लेकिन जब
East
आपने
side now,
Facebook पे share किया ना,
all theirs. TSM looking great.
ये भी सही है यार।
बस कार्ड अपडेट
Viper
होने
ult
वाला है,
to
कार्ड
seal
पुराना
the
है।
deal.
मैं लेने गया था रेड्स वो, तब से फिर मैं वापस आ गया,
Flashpoint on
फिर मैंने
Baby
फोन ले
Bay.
लिया।
Zach has the cosmic divide again, but
यार ये मैंने 14,000 का डब्बा पैक लिया था
know,
कार्ड,
man.
ठीक है,
I don't know.
2014 में 15
Yeah, there's a
में।
lot to deal with here.
Asher would definitely have to repeat.
रोबोटिक आवाज रोबोटिक
Yeah, and I believe it was just 4 rounds that FaZe got at the end of the first half on the last map. And Zachary here, and he's going to get taken out by Sabrosa. Nice finish from them. So there it is. TSM 9-3 at the end of the first half. A really good performance from them, looking pretty dominant all the way through.
मैं बता रहा हूँ 2015 में जितने का लिया था ना कार्ड, उतने का अभी भी सेल हो रहा है ये सेकंड हैंड, इतना रेट अप हुआ हुआ।
मुझे तो प्रॉफिट मिल रहा है, लेकिन मैं बेचना नहीं चाहता क्योंकि मुझे मिलना नहीं है बाद में।
अगला लूंगा ये मत, सेल तो मैं कर दूं। हाँ ये प्रॉब्लम है।
ये कौन सा मॉडल है? राउंड कैप्स वाला?
कौन सा?
आपका एचपी वाला?
यार मेरे पास डब्बा ऊपर पड़ा हुआ है, अभी मुझे इसके डब्बे पे लिखा हुआ है मॉडल, मैं एक मिनट देखता हूँ अभी बताता हूँ।
के 9 का नहीं?
नहीं एक मिनट, इसमें ना 2 वेरिएंट्स हैं, एक बॉर्डर के साथ है, बॉर्डर आरजीबी वाला, और एक बॉर्डर के बगैर वाला है। मैं एक मिनट देखता हूँ। ये GK 600YS
प्राइस भी लिखी आ रही है साथ।
क्या प्राइस लिखी आ रही है? सेम
1500 लिखी आ रही है।
ना कर यार, ये इंडियन रुपीस होंगे।
मजाक कर रहा हूँ। 7500 है।
अच्छा, जब मैंने लिया था तब मैंने ऑनलाइन भी चेक की थी, प्राइस तो सेम थी।
यार ये
अच्छा ये GK 400Y भी अच्छा, लेकिन इसमें ना वो नहीं है, लाइट नहीं है बॉर्डर पे।
कीबोर्ड तो बहुत ही प्यारा है, लेकिन यार एक चीज सही नहीं है,
क्या?
कीज वगैरह इतनी प्यारी हैं और लाइट्स वगैरह, लेकिन ये जो है ना ये सिल्वर कलर की ये जो लगी हुई है ना,
है ना,
आवाज रोबोटिक हो रही है। ये ऐसे बटन लग रहा है मुझे। अगर ये होता ना ब्लैक या वाइट, ओह
हाँ हाँ ये इसमें वेरिएंट भी एक ही था।
ये आप जो माइक यूज कर रहे हो ये ब्लडी वाला है?
जी
फिर मेरे ख्याल में आपके पास शॉर्ट है, एसी लगा हुआ।
अभी पंखा चलाया मैंने, एसी पहले चल रहा था।
Ladies and gents, we are here with TSM and Faze. This is the second half of the second map, and we're gonna have to see if Faze can repeat the story of that first map where they were in a position like this, but then they ended up coming back to win that first map on Ascent. We'll see if they can do that too on Split as we go into this pistol.
Dan, oh my god, I'm so excited right now. Okay, so this camera in screens or in ropes is going to see feet, right? Players from Faze cannot see it quick enough. It won't see the cam. Just their feet will be visible on the cam. There's a sky in mid. That means that probably when this cam sees feet, the sky will throw a guiding light right around the corner, and they're going to triple swing. And it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. Oh, they're getting up way too quick here. That's not going to pan out too well. We'll see, though, if there's any counterplay here. It's going to have to be the headshots. Wardell's been pushed all the way back to spawn. TSM are left with very little on this defense. That's a nice shot, though. That's going to take down the spike, too. Something to delay things here for Faze. And TSM actually hitting some shots. 3 versus 3. They've done a great job in recovering this. And they're ready for this retake, too. They are coordinated around spawn 2 players. They've got, I believe, Leviathan up high on B main. B heaven, sorry.
Yeah, that double
looking for a
stack in
timing.
the back of sight. I can catch this timing.
Leviathan stops that one, though, and TSM, beautiful coordinated push.
Wow, you do have to wonder if Zach had peeked that corner 1 second sooner to catch the guys coming out of spawn, how would the round have played out? Instead, he got caught in that awkward timing where the people came out of spawn and were already progressing towards the back of sight. The heaven smoke is still there, about to fade. And he just got caught. It's very unlucky on the timing there for Zach.
Yeah.
छोटा सा ढूंढ लो कहीं किसी पुरानी शॉप पे जाके
TSM maybe looking to close this map out more quickly and not allowing what happened in the previous map to happen here as well. That said, you know, we've seen Faze be very dangerous on these pistols.
अगर डायरेक्ट फैन है ना तो फिर वो फड़ लगानी चाहिए आपको, फिर साउंड नहीं आएगा उसका आवाज का.
We see a very fast push into the A site here. So players in mid here for Faze as well. Oh, bang, gets the lineup off of the Spectre. And that has left very little to work with now for Faze.
This round is all but over. Coming down from above. Kind of wanted Sabrosa to get that one, but Hayes actually takes it from the back. And there we go, 11-3. Bonus round here for TSM. If they win it, what would you put? What would you put Faze's comeback potential at right now? On this attack half down 11-3. Like a 5% chance?
I think there's a pretty strong chance. I would go like at least 50%.
At least 50 on a comeback from 11. You are much more of a believer and much more optimistic.
I've just watched a lot of Faze recently, and I've seen them do it a bunch of times. So, no, man, I think the numbers are pretty good, but we'll see what they're able to cobble together here. It's going to be a fast, very fast push straight up into the A side. And already Corey's doing some great work, taking down Bang. That's the Astra out of the way quickly, but you've got to get past Wardell's operator as well. So, Wardell able to peel away one more player, but the site's actually under control here for Faze. They will get a plant, and they will get to play a post-plant. Question is, what is that post-plant positioning going to look like?
That is a great question, but what I do love is the Viper utility on this A site. You saw the one-way up top to prevent the ramps push, and look at this wall for the retake now. So cool.
And Faze are really making it happen right here, able to do a lot of damage, and Wardell's going to have to run away. He's only got himself now and the operator to work with. All his teammates are gone, and it's so valuable. He's actually going to keep challenging here for the moment. He's being teased, but it's all a ploy because we can see that on the other side towards that B side, Raucus is ready to punish Wardell. If Wardell can even survive this, this is looking extremely awkward at this point. Oh no! Oh no! Able to dash away. Oh no! But into the spike. Oh god! Raucus got taken down after all, and that's an operator for them if they want it. And absolutely, that will be picked up.
That's just one of those scenarios where Wardell was trying to catch his breath. You know, that was close, man. I had a couple more bullets in that chamber. Then it was forced to just roll the dice with the knife in this game.
Okay.
It's a yikes one.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like we'll get more presence on this A side again for FaZe. I say presence, but just full-on pressure because they're not kind of spreading out across the map. And at the same time, it's going to be a take on B main from TSM. So FaZe might have a really good opportunity here as there's so many TSM players out of position on the defense.
But the spike is left, though. BJ has to bring that with the squad, so he falls off the wall. A side is open, though. TSM's playing full retake.
Yeah, and these fights are going really well for FaZe. They have just great positioning. Zachary will be forced back from screens, but it's already a 4v2, so FaZe looking very strong at the moment. Corey. Nice shot from him. Wardell in a 1 versus 4. Make that a 1 versus 3, but Baby J's obviously going to shut this one down. And I mean, that's one of those toss-ups, isn't it, Sean? You got TSM on the one hand opening up with early 3-player control of B main at the beginning of the round versus a full-on A push.
Yeah, that's... I mean, both these teams are kind of just sending it towards the A side now. I think FaZe has found the weak spot. It's exactly like Ascent. Right? They just found out that the A site was weak and they just kept abusing it time and time again. And TSM never had an answer. FaZe won 7 straight rounds to win Ascent. Are they about to do that again, Dan?
They're going to. This against Pistols. Wardell's on that shorty at the top of the A ramp. I'm really looking forward to seeing if he can get any value from that one. Lots of util coming through though from Raucus and Co. And Corey's already in defender spawn. So TSM at least trying to reclaim position here, but Baby J are ready to go. Nice flick to follow the first one up. Again, the A site is given. And as you said, you know, it seems like a weak spot, but this was just against Pistols. So I'm very curious on this next round, but just holding my breath for a moment there. But what is TSM going to do on the next round, Sean? Are they going to predict that FaZe are going to go for this again, this A push? Are they going to have like a 4-man defense or a setup to take A main control aggressively? You know, what do you think TSM are going to do here?
I think that they put Papa Hazed on this A site as Cypher. Surely, right? They trip it up, get some Astra Stars up in there. Sure enough, look at him. He's going to do the nerd cam in heaven to see feet. Setting up 1 trip for the ramps. And put 1 trip down low.
Right. It's a B play, Sean.
It's a B play. It is a B play. They're following Leviathan. They want this Viper's blood. Let's go. Oh god. Better run.
The Rolling Thunder coming through as well with a showstopper. Oh, so Bros is going to catch Corey midair before the rocket can be deployed. That's a huge win early on here for TSM. And FaZe still able to get some value, still able to do some damage, but struggling to get control for that spy plant. 2 versus 2 after all of that. It's going to get worse here for FaZe. Raucus now needs to get that spike and has no idea where some of these players could be peeking him from. That Viper's pit's up as well, so Leviathan could be anywhere. Leviathan playing it safe, sitting in spawn for the time being. Tactical so oh! Raucus got the first few bullets off there.
Yeah. That Viper's pit covers the entire plant location of the B site. And he can be safe in spawn. That is an incredible Viper's pit, actually, that Leviathan just put down. And an insane B hit, by the way. With the breach ult coming in, we didn't mention, but there's a gravity well on the rafters. So that way if you try to get back into heaven, you're stuck, or if you try to come out of heaven, you're stuck. And we also saw a fault line coming into rafters that ended up taking out Sabrosa. There's just so much utility flying around, flashes everywhere. That was a sick take by FaZe and a great hold by TSM.
So Wardell in mid though, and there is a mid take coming from Faze. The flash though, that's going to force out the dash from Wardell, but he's going to be able to repeat this one, but maybe not. So beautiful stuff from Faze here to deny Wardell getting any shots off, and that allows all this space to Faze. They can pressure ropes, they can start to play with the rotation of the defenders. BBJ with that operator, looking for the shot, finds Leviathan. Let's get the kill though, and Leviathan's been pushed back as well, so Faze are claiming so much ground so far on this map. And Wardell, he hasn't been able to pull the trigger just yet.
It's a big
Cross
time.
Yeah, it works out really nicely for TSM. Maybe FaZe are starting to worry that they overextended. Leviathan's found a gap. His way into elbow. Interesting spot for FaZe because they don't have spike control. It's down in heaven. Wardell's sitting on it, and there's the Cosmic Divide. That's going to force Wardell forward to get the shot. He gets it. Baby J's down, and Baby Bay's down. Both the babies are gone, leaving just Zachary. And he's got to push a Cosmic Divide. Oh, actually, no. It was just in front of the spike, of course, by design. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Wardell. Great round from him. He was denied so many shots early, too.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. And that's going to be it. And you know what? This time, Sean, TSM, they're going to pick up the map. They didn't look back. After that first half, it was so dominant, they didn't look back.
Yeah, I got a little scared. I'm not going to lie. Your whole 50% comeback prediction. I got worried when FaZe rallied off those few rounds. But Wardell on the Jet can settle things down and just take things home for TSM. It looked a lot more comfortable on Split. Let's see how they fare on Breeze. I have yet to see them. I mentioned this before. I've yet to see them on Breeze. They have one map played in this event. FaZe looks really good on it. I want to see Corey go back to that Yoru. I want to see more of FaZe. Honestly, I love watching FaZe on Breeze, so this is going to be a treat.
Well, we're definitely going to get a lot more FaZe and TSM because both of these teams now 1-1 in this best of 5 series. As you said, we're going to Breeze next. It's time for a quick break, then we'll be back with more Valorant action.
Invited some of like the CSGO guys to see if they wanted to go to the casino with them, and I don't think anybody else went, but I decided to go. And I've never been to a casino before, and I definitely like Mango's an expert, so I knew I could trust him. I went to the ATM. I tried to pull out like $500, I think, but I pulled out like 300 euros accidentally. And then we proceeded to play blackjack, and yeah, I lost like everything within 20 minutes.
Well, it's Marshall and it's tense.
Warren, this is where Raiders are red. 1-4. Yep, now the duelist is starting to come through. Not quite there to help out. Now the swing starting to come through with you, just trying to provide some additional ankle.
Welcome back, everybody, to the stream here in this best of 5 grand finals. We've had a lot of action already, and you know what? It's going to be interesting to see us getting back into LAN. I just had a LAN in Madrid, Sean, and it was fantastic. And I'm hoping that we can get a little bit quicker. And I know that Riot Games and Valorant are teaming up with the White House to keep spreading awareness about COVID-19 vaccination. So if you're in the United States, vaccine is free and available to everyone. Getting vaccinated is the quickest way for us to get back to normal. So if you're able, please consider getting vaccinated and help bring us one step closer to seeing in person once again. I know, Sean, you know, we were talking about this before very quickly. There's a lot of pro players in Valorant that probably haven't landed. You know, it's like,
yeah, no, something that we brought up is because of the fact that all these regions are competing right now because of COVID to just go to one LAN throughout the year in this system, there might be players with entire careers where they never play a LAN match in Valorant, and that's just crazy to think about. Like, great players in this game may never get a chance to play on LAN. And it's just, it's wild. It's wild for people like us who come from like the too many lands, you know, like we had too many incidents. Now, because of COVID, we don't get them. So get your vaccinations, kids. Let's go. Let's get this lands.
Yes, it really is amazing. Like, well, we'd like to get to go to, I guess, like the first one with an audience in Madrid very recently for the Red Bull Campus Clutch World Finals, and it definitely is. It's like, wow, this is just so different. But you know, bringing things back into the series that we've been watching so far, TSM and Faze. We saw TSM on the first map looking very dominant. A4 first half, didn't look like anything was about to go wrong. Faze pulled out a huge comeback, and then in the second map, we were asking, is this going to happen again? Because TSM started things off very, very well, and going into that second half, which was the first half was a 9-3, they didn't look back. We can see Faze only managed to cobble together 3 rounds at the end, but TSM looking like the much better team on split, and as you can see here, you know, Sabrosa on that Sky, a player we've talked a lot about on that Sky, you know, one of the key factors in that.
Yeah, I mean, Sabrosa's always going to have impact on this guy, especially after the 3.0 update, you know, where she can use her flashes selfishly a lot easier, right? So Sabrosa's playing Sky almost like a pseudo duelist, right? So they used to have that triple duelist comp. They still, in my eyes, kind of have a double duelist comp with this Sky Jet combination that they're running across a lot of maps. And I think Sabrosa might be, I'm struggling to think of a better one, like one of the best guys in NA. I mean, Strongleg's up there too, obviously. He's the Sky main that teaches everyone everything. So, but Sabrosa looks fantastic on the Agent.
Yeah, totally agree. And, you know, with that said, we're going into Breeze next. Are we going to see any shenanigans here, Sean? You know, yesterday you were talking about that Yoru pick from Faze. Are we going to see it again?
I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like we're going to see all the normal picks like we always get, right? These are CD matches, and both these teams are doing interesting things. They're testing out different comps. So we might not get a Yoru. We might get 2 Yorus. I don't know. Like, this is going to actually be insane. We could get a style of Breeze that could set the meta, right? Like, they're trying so many different things out in these matchups right now. And that's the most exciting thing to me, is just seeing if these quirky ideas they have work out. Like the cool Sage Wall we saw in B, and the Sage Walls to peek into Heaven. Like these weird little plays that you don't normally get a taste of throughout the rest of the tournament.
Yes, and just yesterday we saw a great performance on this map from Faze, which really excites me to get to see them again here against the likes of TSM, a team that does definitely have a very good sense of comfort on this map, despite it being one of the newer ones. And here we are now into the Agent to select to answer some of those questions in the compositions. And just like you said, Sean, there's definitely a lot of things that could change here, but we'll see if these teams are picking into comfort or if they're picking into something more experimental.
Ooh, yesterday we saw Baby J on Killjoy, and he locked down that A site. This has to be his bread and butter. He's the best Cypher I've watched on stream. He is incredible. His setups are so well thought out. Oh, I thought Leviathan locked in. Yori was the biggest troll ever. Ori though. Yori, let's go. His lineup.
All right.
I think that's the same, right? That's the same comp they used yesterday, with the only difference being Baby J.
Yes. Yeah. Baby J on the Killjoy. Yep. Yeah, this is looking really interesting. You know, in terms of TSM's side of things, you know, are you looking at that and think, you know, scratching your head, or do you feel like confident that this is going to be a good look for them?
I like their comp a lot. I like TSM's comp a lot, but something that I was very wrong about for Breeze when the map was released is how important Sova would be, right? And I think it's in large part due to the fact of how popular Viper is. The Viper wall is kind of countered by the Sova, right? A drone coming through the wall tagging you or a recon tagging you. All of a sudden, you're behind this wall that provides no shelter from the raining bullets that are about to come into you. So Sovas are almost always picked on Breeze, and his ult's not that good because it's such a big map. He can't reach to certain places. His recon can't reach to certain places because the map is so big. But like I said, he is just such a nuisance when Viper is in the server.
Oh, and TSM starting things off with a quick flash from Sabrosa through that mid position to take that mid control. And they are really taking the fight right now straight to Faze. And this is kind of a problem. Faze are not expecting to take these fights so early on. You can see Babyface push so deep. And the rest of his team are trying to make their way up through the cave, splitting into that A site. And Corey on that Yoru is going to find one entry. But it might not be enough here because TSM still holding great position towards that A site. And it's just getting worse here for Faze. Up to Baby J now. I believe they know exactly where Baby J is. Oh, that's a flick and a half from Baby J. Lots more to be done here, though. This is very difficult. Exposed from multiple positions. Trying to find those 1v1s. And there's the reset. Baby J might make this one actually work. Gets the oh, just gets shot before he can get around the corner with the spike. There was enough time to rotate as well. But that's going to be a wrap. TSM winning the first round off of a mid-aggression.
Baby J is a gem. I don't know how FaZe managed to find this guy and have him be teamless, but every time, I mean, I just toot his horn so much when I watch him. Like, it's so ridiculous. His aim is insane. I feel like he would be a top-tier duelist if that's the agent he decided to play. But I love that he chose to play Sentinels because he has such creative setups. And I can't wait to see how he uses cams here. Let's go. He's going to get that up-top Halls alert going. This is a full Marshall by Dan. What?
Yeah, this is great. I am a big believer in the Marshall. And, you know, FaZe, they have a lot of distances to play with. So if TSM make mistakes and they give, you know, openings, expose themselves on these angles, they could have, you know, they could be very problematic. But Baby J will get caught off guard, unfortunately for him. Just looking for some info. And it's just these four Marshalls there. But again, these four Marshalls can do a lot. You know, if TSM are peaking these longer positions and trying to play for information, Marshalls may be able to punish that.
He's just playing super passive on this B site, using his cam to spot both the angles. Sabrosa comes down from the hall shoot, clears out mid. This is becoming real telegraphed. TP though, Dan, the TP.
Yeah, you know, Corey working on that Yuri play. Yes. Ooh, this gets stifled very quickly though by Hazed. There it is, a flawless actually, so a lot of potential with those Marshalls, but nothing at all really working out. So TSM once again starting this off nicely. Bang with 5 kills already actually as well, so that res is almost charged up. He's looking for an all-out assault onto this B side there, it looks like, Sean.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an all-out B play. I think the Viper wall is going to cut through the B site by that little half wall. I'm not sure. They're not posturing really for elbow. Yeah, this is just going to be a straight B hit with Baby J lurking mid. I think he's the player that's going to win or lose this round for FaZe.
Bang looking to find some timings around elbow, and yeah, FaZe in a really great position. What's the retake going to look like here for TSM? Well, Dell's on the operator already. Might be awkward for him, we'll have to see. Oh, that's great. Deep Poison Orb coming through to assist Baby J. Baby Bay. Baby Bay so ready for this one. Oh, turns with the flash. And it's actually going to work out there for the first frag at least. Leviathan is going to convert 2 off of the Spectre. And in fact, actually, TSM looking amazing on this retake so far. Baby J has to come through here, has to bide his time. The trigger discipline, able to take down one, but the time is against him. Has to push forward into the Sheriff of Sabrosa. And TSM doing a great job on that retake.
Yeah, that's one of those rounds where FaZe will probably look at it afterwards, and the way they handled that retake wall yesterday was to push into defender spawn. TSM looked kind of ready for that. They didn't have any people on the flank, right? They were super ready for the spawn push. But maybe planting on the opposite side of the pillar so that way Baby J's flank, can have some success, right? He couldn't even see the spike defuse coming. There's no shot of winning. So the retake wall on B holds true. Love that. I think it's Leviathan. Yeah, Leviathan puts that up on the take. They molly the back left corner, and it's just, there's not many fights you can take if you're on FaZe fan.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty interesting to see if FaZe can find the adjustments they need. They're back on a awful buy, but they'll do what they can. The charge here from Corey, able to get close to the TPs. Bang, straight through the toxic screen. That's a little bit scary. You see the flashes sent through the toxic screen as well, and there is that TP from Corey to reset the position. And pretty much everyone from TSM is just huddled up in that spawn position. Defender spawn, of course.
So Broza is on a really, really late flank. He's actually going to regroup and go elbow. AJ coming through spawn behind. He's so late, though.
The push is coming into the site in the meantime as well, and that's a clear sign now. The pressure is on now for Baby J once again. He gets some extra damage in. There's one. Looking for another kill at least. Denied by Leviathan. TSM will pick up another rounds, but spike planted, so a bit of extra cash for the team, and FaZe will be back in with a buy in the next round. What are you looking forward to seeing, Sean?
Yeah, I think FaZe has really quickly recognized that this B site is free. Like, TSM doesn't really have much interest in fighting for it. They have these plans to retake it. So FaZe is just going to probably keep sending it B and just tinkering with the post plant, trying to figure out something that works to hold the site. Like I said, I think just simply planting in the open. I know that that's super risky because you don't have mid control. You get spammed through the Viper wall. But with no Sova to reveal your position, it might just be the play.
Let's focus around the B elbow as well. Again, like FaZe, really want to make this B side work. Oh no! Ori taken down through the smoke. Bang is just waiting. Really good delay though here from TSM. FaZe haven't really been able to start their round just yet. BJ is in a forward position, but if you can't get past the trip, then it doesn't look like too much is going to happen here for him.
I love how we've just visibly seen the impact of these support players on TSM this round, right? The Viper smoke wall at B, just bleeding the time. Sage wall at elbow, followed by a slow. Just everything's very annoying. And then the Cypher trip to stop Baby J from pushing through it. All the support players played a role in this round for TSM.
Yeah, TSM are really looking like not just one or two, but like 3 steps ahead in a lot of these situations. FaZe got a lot of value against Luminosity by kind of rinse and repeating, just trying to scale on one side or the other. And TSM aren't really allowing FaZe to even set up.
No, this is crazy because this is nothing like what we saw yesterday, right? When we saw LG in the server. I feel like FaZe can't even get set up for these B hits. TSM is just stalling them out. I would have thought it would have been like Wardell to open up the rounds, maybe some pros or throw some pop flashes, but it's actually the other 3, the support players on TSM, just really stepping it up on this defensive half.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And this is a great. Oh, okay. I thought Wardell was actually going to hold that. Looked like a swing was going to come in, but the Marshals, FaZe are hungry to swing with these Marshals. There comes on to Fury as well. Oh, good blind comes in as well. Baby J, Baby Bay over the top with the dives. Let's see what we can find here. This is really awkward at the moment. Baby Bay might be able to find something here.
FaZe is still in the site.
Yeah, it's so insane that he gets the timing onto Corey as well. I don't know how Hayes is getting all of this value around the pyramids. Viper's pick comes in as well. TSM slowly starting to make things happen here, but Baby Bay still alive with the knives. Able to get one more. Oh, beautiful stuff from Baby Bay. Just bang left. Can Baby Bay close it? with the Blade Storm. Looking a bit labored, but he gets it. The ace from Baby Bay off of the Blade Storm. So much calm and poise from Baby Bay.
He is so filthy with the daggers. He is so good with the Jet Blade Storm. My goodness, his movement. He's impossible to catch. He's always refreshing his knives. Jesus, look at him. He's just updraft dashing into the middle of the open, takes out Wardell. That was a big find. And then clearly taking out the Viper's kit on Leviathan. That's what really swung it into FaZe's favor.
Yeah, that was really awkward too. Baby Bear was waiting for a long time to find the right moment, but he found it. And speaking of which, Bordeaux will find it in the beginning of the next round. It's another similar look here from FaZe, just looking to assault the B side quite quickly. And you know, typically TSM have been good on the delay, and you can see it again. Oh, the delay. See the value of Sage here. So difficult. The rotation's already here. Sean to assist. Bang gets 3 kills out of this one. And the spike's down in front of the smoke. There is just too many ways for TSM to slow down these pushes, and FaZe cannot get in.
Yeah, the Viper Sage combo by this B site. We have yet to see Corey get a TP off, a gate crash into this B site. Whereas yesterday against LG, I feel like he was just doing it every time. He was able to get the gate crash to the back left corner, flash in, maybe they could dash in behind him. But something about the Viper Sage combination just allows 0 aggressive plays like that to happen. That's what lockdown stuff from TSM.
Yeah, it looks so good. FaZe are going to have to do so much work on the second half. Still though, a lot of time left, opportunities left in this first half, so I'm not trying to write them off or anything like that. We'll see them changing their approach here as well, looking to go into the halls. Oh my, TSM. Great stuff there from Baby Bay. Corey with the dimensional drift, and there's some over on the map now here to FaZe, possibly. Corey looking to see if he can get something out of this. TPing back, resetting off. Ace is pushing mid. Oh, finds the perfect timing. The TSM res in as well into Sabrosa, so the numbers game truly paying off here now for TSM. 4 versus 2. FaZe, they have the spike. A minute left, but only 2 players to work with.
I have to say, Bang on this Sage, tearing things up. His impact is just so clearly obvious on all these rounds, and the res to make this go into a 4-on-2. Just, it's insane. Sage's value on Breeze, you just can't quantify it.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, and I've been really impressed by Bang too, just every time I've seen him of late. The TSM, fantastic player, and there we go. The move is made by FaZe, and 10 seconds to go. Finished off by the shock dart.
10 seconds left.
Nice move there from Raucus, but it is too little too late. No time to plant the spike. Now the round is won by TSM, as Raucus tries to stay alive. Is he going to get another kill out of this? Maybe. Maybe not. Sabrosa takes him down, and 7-2-1. I mean, Sean, so the first map first half was 8-4 TSM. The second map's first half was 9-3 TSM.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a 10-2 TSM to kind of follow the pattern?
Oh, I see what you're doing. I see. It honestly, it looks like it's in the cards, Dan. It looks like it could happen. And this is all with Wardell having a relatively quiet series, by the way. Like, I think if Wardell actually had a performance like he's had throughout this event, TSM would just be dumpstering FaZe right now in this series.
That's a bold push from Sabrosa. You talked about him playing this like a duelist. That's absolutely what's happening. They get taken down though.
Ooh. Oh, teach me, baby bear. Give me the nerd cam location. Baby J, I'm sorry, I did it. Oh my god, I confused.
That's a pretty nice one.
I love that.
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything once that camera was on screen. I just wanted to doubly make sure you're able to Yeah, you're commenting about that one.
Yeah.
But you talked about Wardell having a quiet game. He's going to have to anchor this side. He does have some assistance from Bang. In fact, now he's gone. It's up to Bang behind the toxic screen. And... oh, well, his hand is forced now. Oh, he actually able to catch Baby J. Oh, repositioning. Ooh. Bang is so good on the stage, on anything. And there's 2 players left here. Spike has to go down. It's going to take Corey out of the fight for the moment. In fact, Corey's actually TPing back. He's going to rotate to the A side. That is some real Yoru shenanigans coming through. And Zachary's going to be deep on A already.
Oh, what if this trip gets a kill? Damn. It would make my day if this trip gets a kill in the Viper ult. No, Zach found it.
Hayes might try to prevent this from... oh, no. Zachary able to take down one more. He has just enough time to plant the spike, but might have to go for the frag instead. Doesn't get it off of that Marshall shot. It was so close. Maybe it wasn't close, but there was one shot at least that was possible. And Zachary is trying everything.
I think that was a good play by Zach, actually, to plant outside of the Viper ult, because he has to stick the plan, and your enemy definitely thinks you're going to stick it in the Viper ult. So sticking it right outside like that might actually be the play. People probably question why he did that, and I think in that scenario, it might be the better idea. They're sending a B again, Dan. We get the nerd cam once again.
Wardell might get more action here as well. He's really deep on this push. There's a drone that's going to deal with Wardell. Pushes him back. Faze running it forward. Oh, Bang just before the toxic screen goes up fully. Able to take down Baby Bay. It's a huge win. Duelist out. And soon we might see the Duelist in for TSM. Wardell pulls out the Blade Storm. And there it is, already paying off. 3 players left.
Wow, look
there
at that
is
slow molly.
Not a lot to work with here for Corey. Back against the wall, but still making it work. The Dimensional Drift will actually dodge the next fight, the trade attempt. But now Corey's alone against 3 players. The Seeker is chasing. Oh no. And the defuse is coming in. I don't think there's anything Corey can do to stop this one. He's going to try to peek it. And Corey, he does so much damage, but still TSM pick up the round 9-1.
Yeah, I mean, despite how much I played Yoru, I actually didn't know until about a week ago. The Seekers can hit you in your ult. It confused me so much. Those Seekers are like one of the only things that can get you in the Yoru ult. So he actually had to run from that. That was an insane play by Corey. Like, he's running from it the entire way. And he gets the window and he almost wins the round. That spike was planted for him. I think he might win it.
Yeah, his aim is looking super sharp there as well. Viper's pit in the cave instantly here coming through from